So Keith, I am so incredibly impressed with these container gardens that we planted back in April and how well things have done.
Well, look at this. I mean, I'm loving this dill. I could just...
You could smell it walking into the backyard.
Dill
And the basil.
Basil on this hand. It's a salad.
You scare me sometimes.
Look at the size of this parsley. It's huge. And there's beautiful chives, or chard. Excuse me, not chives, but chard. But this wouldn't have happened if we hadn't have done it right.
You know, you can't have good plants without a good foundation.
And we use Miracle-Gro potting soil. We use Miracle-Gro plant food. And you also have to use a good quality plant. And we used Hardy Boy plants.
You have to have a good root system, and that's the difference between cheap plants and good quality plants like Hardy Boy. They have a good root system, and these are the kind of results you'll get.
Exactly. And this soil is just
nice
beautiful.
And loose.
Yeah.
Good drainage.
Uh-huh.
Hey, we kind of know our stuff.
We do. We let them in the right direction. The rosemary's doing good. The huge zucchinis over there. There's even some ripe strawberries. The first year.
I'm probably going to steal one before we leave.
I won't tell anybody.
And, you know, not only did we have great success with this, but we have some 6-foot tomatoes to check out at the garden next door that did that in 2 months.
That we planted after these.
That's how good we are.
Yeah.
Let me show you our work. So, Keith, these are the other container gardens that we planted.
They've done well.
And once again, that Scott soil, the Miracle-Gro fertilizer, the Hardy Boy tomatoes, this is what you get from good quality product.
These are 8-foot tall stakes in here?
Yes. So we're talking
this is 2 months.
We're talking 6 feet.
Yeah.
Impressive.
2 months worth of growth. We've got squash down here bearing like crazy, cucumbers bearing, tomatoes full of stuff. But what is this business?
You know, it's the ugly side of lettuce.
It is the ugly side of lettuce. There is a little bit of maintenance involved in gardening. And one of them is when your lettuce and your spinach bolts. That's what that book's called, it bolting. It's actually going to seed. There's flower buds right here. This lettuce will go to seed and produce seeds for you. I guess you could leave it and collect the seed and sow it next year.
It's just unattractive. And so let's just clean this up and give the other plants more room.
Did you notice this?
You know, Sarah's a little clever. You know, our producer just doesn't help with the gardening. She actually has a little clever gadget going on over here.
That's right. We have a mailbox in the garden that keeps all these tools nice and dry. And they're right where you need them to be rather than on the other side of the house in the garage.
Makes it easier to do that maintenance.
Because, you know, you come out here, now you got to be smarter than the clippers.
I'm not going to say a word.
But since we're dealing with a raised bed here, normally I would just grab a hold of this plant and yank it out. But since we're dealing with a fairly, you know, intensive planting here, I don't want to disturb the roots of the other plants by pulling this guy out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go down to the bottom and cut him off just below ground level. It shouldn't come back. And this can be chopped up then later on and put into your compost bin.
Perfect.
Somebody else can do that. We have people for that, right?
You may have people for that. What we're going to do next is we've got some great community gardens around town, and we're going to check them out.